Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to say about driving in Canada. Before getting into the video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also please press the bell button so that you can get the regular update of videos whichever I post. So when it comes to driving in Canada, you have to follow set of steps. So we have three steps. The steps are G1, G2 and the G. So G1 is going to be your written test. So you have to prepare for the test. You can get a handbook from any Shoppers Drug Mart. Um, just practice by doing a self study, or else you can even use a lot of online resources to practice for the G1 test. So after the G1, then comes your G2. So G2 is going to be a road test. So you need to practice by driving a vehicle. So you need to have a trainer to train you how to drive a car. So it depends on person to person. So how good they can be depending on how much time they take. So it's going to be the road test. So you should really need a lot of practice. Then it comes the G. So there is some restriction between the G2 and the G. When it comes to G, you can drive in highways and also you can drive at any time. So the G license, the examiner is gonna examine your driving skills in highway and also they're gonna examine your parking skills. So the difference between the timeline between the G2 and the G is anywhere between 8 months to 12 months, depending on lot of various factors. So in the more information, I'm going to give you a lot of other information which are needed to get your G license. So the number one is DL extract. So DL extract is something which is particular for a student or a person who comes with a work permit or a PR from some other country. So before coming to Canada, they has to get a DL extract, so which is going to be the driving history of their driving in their home country. So this is one of the main important document you should don't forget to bring from your home country because this is going to help you in a long run. So if you have DL extract, you can write your G2 as soon as you finish your G1. If you really want to know, like if you're really not haven't driven a lot, then it's better to take the G2 and then you can go for G, but you don't have to wait in between. But if you're someone who already had a car in your country and you just want to get the license, you can straight away go from G1 to G without waiting, without having any waiting time. But in order to do this, you really need the DL extract. So I will explain what is a DL extract. DL extract is a set of it's a document which has basic information of yours and how many years of experience you have driving in your home country. So this is like a short abstract of your driving history. So after getting your DL extract, then comes the you have to then I'm on the next is appointments. So when it comes to appointment for G1, you don't have to book any appointment. You can straight away go to the test center and give your G1. But when it comes to G, you need to book an appointment. Getting an appointment in Ontario, like not only Ontario, in any province, it takes some time because a lot of people want to take up the test. So you're looking like anywhere between like 2 to 4 weeks. So for G2, you have to book appointment because it's a road test, and also for the G, you should book an appointment. For both the road test, you have to book an appointment. So how to be during the uh, appointment day? So appointment day, be on time at least 15 minutes before the test. Get your as soon as you go to the test center, get your pass, like get your test pass because you have to give your car information. There will be a kiosk just give your car information and basic information. It will give you a slip. So there is the slip. This is the slip which is going to identify which car is you're going to drive, and the examiner who is going to examine will be always like he or she will be already waiting for you near the car, so that you can just go there, show the G1, so show the documents, and you can just show the examiner your driving skills. So after doing your road test, if you the examiner will give you some feedback about your driving. uh, you're going to get your results. It's going to be pass or fail. If it is fail, you can ask the reason for the fail. If it is pass, you have to wait in the test center for a few more minutes to get your driving license. So when you're in the test center, you're going to get a paper driving license, but after, so it's going to take 6 to 8 weeks to get your driving license card. So this is about the appointments, and then comes the duration. So it's going to take you anywhere between 8 to 12 months if you don't have the tail extract. It will take 8 months if you take up the driver education program. I'm going to speak about this program at the end of the video. So if you take the driver education program, you don't have to wait for 12 months. You can take up the test by 8 months. But if you don't have the DL extract, and if you don't do the driver education program, you have to wait 12 months to take up the G exam. Then the cost. The cost of G1 is $158.25. And if you want to do a retest, like if you fail in G1 and if you want to you can take the retest on the same day. So in order to take the retest, it costs you $15.75. And to take up the G2, it costs you $52.50 for the retest, because when you pay for the G1, you already pay for the G2. So this $158.25 which you're paying for the G1 is including the G2. So this 52.50 which I mentioned for the G2 is a retest. For G, you have to pay $89.25 to take up the G exam. So now I'm going to speak about the driver's education program. So driver's education program can be given by only by the authorized driving instructor or the driving school. So what it has? It has an in class of 40 hours and in vehicle training of minimum 10 hours. So what are the pros of getting a driver's education program? The number one is the duration of giving your test is going to be reduced. And the number two, it helps to reduce the insurance by 5 to 10%. So when it comes to insurance, driver's education program is really helpful. So I took the driver's education program because it helped me in my insurance, because as a new driver, your insurance will be very high in Canada. So in order to get like 5 to 10% of discount, it's better to do the driver's education program. So as I already said, it's going to take 6 to 8 weeks to get your license card after passing the exam. It can be anything. It can be G1, G2, or G. It's going to take 6 to 8 weeks to get your license card. So the last thing I'm going to speak about is following the rule. So when it comes to Canada, pedestrians, cyclists, and the bike, these people are given the most preference. So whenever you see these three kind of people, just give right of way, because you don't want to get into trouble by hitting a pedestrian or hitting a bicyclist, because you are in a car, you are comfortable, they are out there cold, and just give them a right of way. And as the Canadian law also states that they has the right of the way. So make sure you're being very careful when you're taking your right or the left turns. Follow the posted speed. You can go like 2 to 3 kilometers per hour approximately above or below, but don't do any speeding because the speeding ticket is very costly. It's going to cost you $350. It varies because it depends on what speed, like over speed you got caught. So depending on what speed it is, the price of the speeding ticket will be declared by the police officer who is catching you. But it starts from 200 and it goes all the way to 1000. Don't try to uh, don't try to be like and another thing, don't try to drive slow. Most of the drivers, they drive slow. There is a speed which is posted, so try to match the speed. I'm not saying you to go fast, but I'm saying you not to go slow because you're being a, like, if you're going slow, the car which are passing you, like the car which are following you, those cars are going to be slow, and going slow can create a lot of accidents. So go on speed which is posted in the which is posted, and don't get into any accidents, because if you get into accident, the first thing, you're going to lose your car for like 3 to 4 weeks depending on how huge the damage is. The second one, your insurance is going to go up by 30 to 40%, and still it depends on how bad is your accident is. Don't try to get any tickets because the tickets in Canada is very costly. Canadian road rules are very strict when it comes to driving. Canada is very strict. Don't forget this. Okay? When you're going to highway, please be careful because highway accidents are the worst. If you get into highway accident, your insurance is gonna go sky high. You don't want to your insurance to be at that cost, because insurance is something which you get into some accident, it's gonna go like crazy, especially in Canada, especially. But still it depends on where you're living, and if you're living in Toronto or like a main cities of Canada, don't even think of getting into accident. Just be follow the speed. Just whenever you're doing a lane change, see the right side or left side depending on which lane you are changing. So these are the things you follow. Don't try to chase anyone, don't try to go into racing. If you get caught by a police officer, your ticket is gonna be very costly, and it's gonna affect your demerits point. Demerits point is something which is very important. Like if you go like very less than a specific demerit point, you even lose your license, and even you get a license suspension for like 30 days to 1 year depending on your offense, or depending on what situation you are into it. So when it comes to driving in Canada, enjoy your driving. Don't forget that having a car is a privilege, it's not a right. So enjoy your driving and have fun. If you like this video, please click on the like button, and also comment on the video what what topic you want me to speak about in the upcoming videos, so that it will be helpful for me to guide people. Thank you. Have a great day.